Attention please, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Yes.
It is a gorgeous early evening here in Chicago, and it is time for baseball as the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. It's the Yankees against the White Sox, game 2 of a 4-game set from Wright Field in Chicago, Illinois. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Yankees baseball. Along with Joe Girardi, I'm Michael Kay. Yankees won the first game of this 4-game set last night. They fell behind early, but they battled back, and a big hit in the game was by Ben Rice. And it always seems like a big hit in the game comes from Ben Rice.
He's been so productive the whole year, and if you were worried about the home run contest affecting Ben Rice, well, it hasn't. And you're going to look at this long home run he hits off of Pittsburgh last week when they were home. But he's also tearing up lefties. He has 9 home runs off of lefties. That's a breaking ball off of Mesa. And Brian Hudson, their best left-hander, he comes up big with a hit in the 7th inning to put the Yankees ahead 5-4.
Well, he's having a great season. So let's take a look at the leaders brought to you by your local Tri-State Buick dealers in the American League. He's second in home runs, RBIs, and OPS, and he's 4th in runs scored. Remember, a lot of the protection in the order is on the IL, and he's still doing it. So the Yankees will try to take the first 2 of this 4-game set, and they send out one of the best. That's Garrett Cole, and Garrett's coming off a start against a really good offensive team, the Pittsburgh Pirates, where he threw a very big game.
Yeah, I think he's coming off one of his best starts, and it started with his four-seamer. His four-seamer lately has been really effective. It averages about 97 miles an hour, and what he's doing is he's putting it where he wants. He can put it away. But his curveball was really effective that day as well, along with the changeup. So he had everything working. You're going to see this backdoor breaking ball that he gets another strikeout. He was really, really good, Michael.
Well, those are the numbers against the Pirates. He threw 93 pitches, 11 strikeouts, a season high, didn't walk a batter. Now, take a look historically, most games with 10 or more strikeouts and no walks. Leading the Hall of Famer, Randy Johnson. Max Scherzer's next, followed by Curt Schilling, Clayton Kershaw, there's Garrett, and Roger Clemens follows him. Good company indeed. Speaking of pitching, let's talk about catching, because they kind of work together. The Yankee catching is starting to hit. What's going on? Ollie Sanchez, first major league home run, and then Wells. Aaron Boone talks about it next.
Welcome back to Chicago for Yankees baseball on Yes. Game 2 of the 4-game series between the Yankees and the White Sox is set to get underway in just a little bit. Hey everyone, I'm Meredith Marakovitz. Yankees catchers have been great all season long when it comes to calling games in defense. However, they've been lacking production in the batter's box. All that seems to have changed a little bit as of late. Earlier, I asked Aaron Boone if he feels like both catchers are in a better spot offensively.
In Austin's case, just gradually over the last few weeks, it's been getting better and better and getting back to just having a better rhythm and move at the plate to get himself into stronger positions, and he's impacted the ball some the way he's capable of. So we need that to continue, and Ali's done a nice job too, like coming up here and, kind of, thrusting himself into and entrenching himself in with our pitchers and just the run prevention side of things, and he's done a nice job too. He's held his own at the plate, and obviously a huge swing last night in kind of a wild game.
And the numbers reflect that improvement. If you look at the last 14 games, they have a combined .282 average, 4 home runs, 8 runs scored, and a .951 OPS. Yankees hoping that trend continues when it comes to the catchers. It's going to be Austin Wells behind the plate tonight. Plenty more to come here on the Yes Network. When we get back, Anthony Kay will get the ball for the White Sox. First pitch next here on Yes.
The Yankees baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by the New York Lottery. Play today and start imagining your win. By Nissan, hop into a Nissan Rogue and hit the road to adventure. Shop NissanUSA.com. And by Optimum Fiber, famously fast fiber internet. On a day like this, Chicago just shines. Just a beautiful, beautiful city. And Joe, I know you grew up in the outskirts, but this is my favorite, the second favorite city in the world for me after New York. I just love Chicago.
It's beautiful. It looks like you have, you know, ocean property right there. I know it's Lake Michigan, and it's just a town that has a lot of action and energy.
It really is. And you went to school here. You sucked every bit of life out of it.
I loved it. It was a great place to live, but now I've moved to warmer weather, Michael.
I got you. I got you. Well, the White Sox take the field as we are moving closer to Game 2 of this 4-game set. There I am on the mound. Kay will get the start, and let's see exactly the Yankee lineup that he's going to face. Paul Goldschmidt leads off. Ben Rice to DH. Ahmed Rosario plays third, and a bat third. Cleaning up the right fielder, Jason Dominguez. He's done quite well against lefty pitching this year. Trent Grisham in center field. Anthony Volpe plays shortstop. He'll bat 6. Batting 7th, the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Max Schumann's at left again, and Austin Wells will catch, and he's going to bat 9th.
We see the numbers on Anthony Kay. Not really high strikeout totals, somewhat of a high walk, but he's kind of found a home here for the White Sox as he has been all around the world to pitch. But let's check out the Nissan Pitchers scouting report on Anthony Kay. Get some popcorn. When it comes to pitchers who have thrown 90 innings in the AL, he's #1 in pitches per inning, 18.3. So innings aren't so quick. Small adjustments, Michael, pay big dividends sometimes. Through April, he had an ERA of 6.12. Before it started in May, he moved towards the first base side of the rubber, and his ERA since then has been 3.56. Sweeper versus lefties, it's pretty good. It's pretty tough on him. They're only hitting 192, so don't let him get you in that count.
Take a look at the defense behind him, brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. Antonacci, Peters, and Montgomery left to right in the outfield. And we'll take a closer look at Tristan Peters. He's our CarShield defensive player profile. Plus 9 outs above average this season. That's tied for 4th best among Major League outfielders. The umpire behind the plate is Roberto Ortiz. The umpire scouting report brought to you by your local Kia dealers. 75 pitches challenged, 45 overturned. He's considered a neutral umpire. Fewer low strikes and more high strikes called on righty batters, and Roberto in his 11th big league season. Kay's ready. Goldschmidt's ready. And let's do it in Chicago. First pitch up and away, and we're underway.
The question is, Michael Kay ready?
I'm ready. Is Girardi ready?
Oh, yeah.
There we go. And we know Marakovitz is ready. The 1-0. Strike. Goldschmidt is really feasted on the White Sox this year. 6 for 18 in his games against Chicago. Now remember, he had that 0 for 34 slide, but since then 11 for 41 as he's kind of found his groove again. Leads off quite a bit when the opposition starts a lefty. 2-2. Kay is 31 years old from Stony Brook, New York. 6th big league season. Last 2 seasons in Japan with the Yokohama DNA Bay Stars. And down goes Goldschmidt for out #1. Why don't we see what Anthony Kay is all about? Let's take a look at his arsenal. StatCast 3D by Google Cloud.
Well, if you're Paul Goldschmidt, you saw most of it. You saw the 4-seamer, you saw the sweeper, you saw the slider, and you saw the cutter. But he also has a changeup and a sinker. So he's got 6 different pitches he'll use at any time, so it's tough on hitters.
There's Ben Rice. 1-0. 275 overall, 265 against left-handed pitching with an 844 OPS. So that does not neutralize him.
And last year he hit only 208 with a 752 OPS. So he has made a big stride in that department. He's made a big stride in the RBI department. He is clutch. Allen's cool how he does that, right? It's just kind of calm and relaxed.
I think he might be your favorite.
He's
up there.
Yeah. I told you, he wouldn't throw you out. He would diffuse the situation.
Well, I think it speaks volumes when you have an umpire who has less than 20 years in the bigs, and he's a crew chief.
Yes, I would have to agree with that.
Two. Swing and a miss. Rice down on strikes.
Yeah, he gets you with those breaking balls going away, and then he runs the sinker in on you. He was trying to actually go away, and it ended up middle in, and he's got good movement on that as well. Michael, I'm hoping that double off the lefty last night gets Rosario going again off of lefties, because his splits are all mixed up this year.
It's like Bizarro world.
Yes.
So lifetime, a 291 hitter against lefties. That's why he's on this team. And this year, he's 208 against lefties.
Jason Dominguez, the same thing.
Big cut. 0-2.
I guess that's how you get even Steven.
And he fouls one off his foot.
I love how that one Major League Baseball player goes after this ball. They just know that the bat boy is going to come out, and that's not a good way to start your day. Ball was halfway between home plate and pitcher's mound, and not one of them moved to get it.
They don't want to waste the energy if it doesn't count.
Here we go. Watch. Ow, Michael.
And the 0-2. 1-2. Garrett Cole getting ready to take the mound for the Yanks. Strike three. Last night against Schultz, the Yankees 3 strikeouts in the first inning. Tonight against Kay, 3 strikeouts in the first inning. Garrett Cole going out to the mound. Back here at Rate Field, crowd still filing in on a beautiful Tuesday evening. Garrett Cole's on the mound, taking his warm-ups, and this is the lineup he's going to face. Antonacci, Murakami, and Vargas at the top of the order. Then it's Colson Montgomery, the DH Andrew Benintendi, Braden Montgomery in right field, bats 6th. Tristan Peters in center, Chase Mydrop, the second baseman, bats 8th, and Drew Romo will catch, and he's going to bat 9th.
See the numbers on Garrett Cole coming off a really good start against Pittsburgh. The ERA is pretty good, but let's check out the Nissan pitcher scouting report. Just like old times, I remember Garrett Cole having that great 4-seamer. In the last 2 games, hitters are 3 for 24 with a 37% whiff rate. He's locating it where he wants, and he's getting the carry. Been there, done that. He faced this Chicago White Sox team on June 16th. 16 innings pitched, gave up a run in the first and the 6th. Yanks win 12-2.
Antonacci takes a strike.
And quality from the get-go. Hitters are hitting on his 0-0 pitch 136. The league average is 334. He makes a quality first pitch.
Foul back.
You know, Mike, go ahead, Michael.
Take a look at the defense, brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. Schumann, Grisham, Dominguez, left, right in the outfield. Infield, Rosario, Volpe, Chisholm, and Goldschmidt. Austin Wells gets the start behind the plate. Ben Rice, the DH.
You know, Michael, I was saying, if you wonder why this team is doing so well offensively, you look at Antonacci and Murakami. Against right-handers, 397 on base, and then you look at a 382 on base. And then Murakami has a ton of power. You got really good power in Colson Montgomery, who's hitting fourth, and Miguel Vargas having a great year.
Well, they can score.
Oh, man.
I mean, the only question is their starting pitching. But they're still leading the Central. They're 2 in front of Cleveland and 3 in front of the Twins. And that's a beautiful play by Jazz Chisholm, turning a single into an out.
I've always thought that Jazz, and we talked about it last night, about outfielders go one way better and then the other, some infielders, goes to his left better. And this is an outstanding play as he lays out. He knows he has time. He's got such a strong arm. Antonacci could really run, but just a really, really good play to start this game.
I mean, for a moment there, Jazz was flying. He was in the air. Murakami swings and misses. Watch, in the air, right? Oh, yes.
Good hang time, you'd say?
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the Euro step. He might as well have some good hang time.
That one just missed.
You know, I talked about how the improvement in his four-seamer. I think his knuckle curve has gotten better. Early in the year, it had too much sweep to it. You know, it's more of like a 12-6 straight down. It's gotten back to that the last couple of days. Starts.
1-2 on Murakami. See the average against four-seamers in the last 4 starts. And, you know, sometimes I think we lose sight of the fact he didn't pitch for a year and a half. And the fact that he had good velocity right at the beginning, you thought he was all the way back, but there's still a lot of refining that to go on.
Command is the last thing to come for Tommy John Patience.
Swing and a miss. He commanded that at bat. Murakami down on strikes.
Yeah, that's just a really effective four-seamer up in the zone, and most left-handers are low ball hitters. And he makes a really good pitch. Has a little run to it, a little late run to it.
Here's Vargas. And there's that knuckle curve for strike.
Takes all the fun out of it as a hitter, Michael, when they drop that 0-1 on you like that.
Dialed the fastball up to 98 there.
Does that seem really loud, the pop on that mitt?
It did have some resonance to it.
Yeah.
Again, 98 for strike. Foul back. Bottom of the first inning. Ball game just getting underway. 2-2.
Vargas, when you look at his numbers, he's a pretty good breaking ball hitter. He's a really good off-speed hitter. Fastball's not so much.
Down the right field line. In the seats over the screen. And a nice catch.
You know, Max Fried always loved hitting, so I wonder if they're talking hitting.
Left side, popped up, shallow left field. Volpe, he's called off by Schumann, and Schumann makes the catch as Garrett Cole works a 1-2-3 inning. We're through 1 in Chicago. 0-0. Well, play FanDuel's Daily Dinger for free every day for a chance at a profit boost. If your selected player hits a home run, here are your featured home run odds for today's players. Jason Dominguez is plus 600. And Trent Grisham is plus 440.
Somebody's got a feeling about Trent taking K deep tonight.
So he said he spent the last 2 seasons in Japan. He was 15-15 with a 2.53 ERA. But his ERA last year was 1.74. That led the White Sox to roll the dice. They signed him to a 2-year, $12 million deal in December. And they have a mutual option with him in 2028. That's what he did last year with Yokohama. Former first-round draft pick. Inside.
Think about that, Michael. 2 years at $12 million, $6 million a year for a starter. That's probably going to give you 170 innings, 160 innings. That's pretty good. And he's been pretty effective.
Now, I grew up a Yankee fan. Favorite player was Andy Pettit. And he was a Yankee fan until he got traded to the Blue Jays. And his favorite moment as a fan, Joe, you kind of helped him have it. The 2009 World Series. 2-2. Line drive and past Montgomery into left field. Another hit from the right side for Dominguez.
It really is amazing the adjustment that he has made. And that was a focus for him during the winter. And he played some winter ball. And he has swung the bat really well. He has 7 extra base hits. He only had 6 in the previous 3 years in about 140 at-bats. He has 7 in about 70 at-bats.
Now, I give credit to Aaron Boone. He never really doubted that he was going to hit from the right side. And he explained that he didn't hit from the right side because he didn't have a lot of reps from the right side. He said he lost the whole season to COVID, then the injury, then the Tommy John surgery. He said he never faced a lot of left-handed pitchers, so he hit lefty more than he hit righty, and he was better from the left side.
I think it's for most switch hitters, even if they're right-handers to start out.
Grisham rips one into right center field. That's going to be in there for a base hit. Peters cuts the ball off, fires it in, as Dominguez will stop at second.
Because you get so many more at-bats left-handed during the course of the year. It's about 2/3 to 1/3. This is just a good swing by Grisham. I mean, K's tough on lefties. Lefties are only hitting 190 off him coming into today's game, so he's been really tough on lefties. Righties hitting 276.
So here's Volpe. White Sox in at the corners, and a strike from K.
He's had a pretty good road trip offensively. 3 for 10 on this road trip. He faced all-stars in Luzardo and Sanchez, and he's been pretty good.
0-2.
Yeah, this is an outstanding changeup. You see the depth on that. He has plus depth on his changeup, his slider.
And that one gets away. The throw to third, not in time. So Romo had the ball get away, and enough that Dominguez took off following behind him Grisham.
Yeah, that's really good base running, because I talked about it yesterday. It's the ones that go left and right. It's easy for the hitters and base runners to read. The one that goes right in front of the catcher, you can't tell how far. And just a great jump. Great job of being aggressive and making it easier to score a run with nobody out.
Now Venable pulls the infield in with runners on second and third and nobody out. That's going to get a run in, and maybe more. Going back is Peters on the track at the wall. He can't make the play. Scoring easily is Dominguez. Grisham is going to be held at third. It's an RBI double for Volpe, and the Yankees are on the board. It's 1-0.
Well, he got aim for a triple the last time he faced him at the stadium, basically in the same area. Peters has this in his glove, but when he hits the wall, it bounces out, and he's probably lucky it didn't go over the wall. And Grisham was tagging up, and he went back, and that's why Anthony was only able to get to second. But Grisham's trying to get to third with less than 2 outs as well. Just another good piece of hitting by Anthony Volpe.
So Volpe with his 18th ribby, and having some laughs with the second base umpire, Alex McKay.
You know what, Michael? The infield's still in.
And the reason I even pointed that out, usually second and third, nobody out, they play the infield back rather than have a ball squeeze through and give up 2 runs, especially this early.
Yeah, and they have a really good offense. I mean, you talked about it. Coming into the series, they were 7th in all of baseball in scoring. So I don't think Venable doubts they're going to score, but he knows he's got a tough cookie in Cole on the mound, and maybe that's how he felt. And he might have did it, too, because there were 2 strikes, thinking that he was just going to try to put the ball in play and not be as aggressive and try to drive something. But he got a good pitch to hit and smoked it.
There's Will Venable, probably the favorite right now for American League Manager of the Year. 1-2 on Jazz.
It missed the pad, Michael.
It always does. Grisham's at third, Volpe's at second, still nobody out. Popped up. Who's going to get it? A fan. And a guy in a Jim Tomei jersey made the play. And then makes a friend.
He dropped a lot of things. His hat flew off. His glasses flew off. Made the play, though.
Made the person next to him happy. It's the old line by Jim Bouton. You grow up thinking that you grip the baseball, but then you find out the baseball grips you.
I've never heard that.
It's a good line.
I'm not sure I understand it.
Because it becomes so important to you that it grips your life. You're holding it, but it grips you.
Huh?
You're not buying it, I could tell.
It was too complicated for me to understand. Looking for something a little easier. Like when it rains, it pours.
Yeah, this one's a little bit more complex.
Too much interpretation.
The 1-2. Strike 3. Chisholm down looking. 4th strikeout for Kay.
Yeah, another 2-seamer away to a left-handed hitter after he got ahead of them. Jazz had a pretty good swing at his sweeper and missed it. He was not able to keep it fair when he hit it. He fouled it back. Now Schumann has to find a way. You got to get one of these runs in. And I know it's not easy because Kay's got good stuff. Just got to find a way.
Infield remains in. Here's Schumann. And a strike. Backdoor breaking ball.
So I wonder if he doesn't lose his challenge yesterday. The first one he lost, he was 7 for 7.
Yep.
Does he challenge that pitch? Because I thought it was off the plate. Does it make you gun shy a little bit?
I would think it should, right? Or would. 0-2. I know the first pitch of an at-bat is important. I don't know if it's important enough to use a challenge early in the game.
I think it's more important in this situation.
Because of the runners on.
Correct.
Chopped. 0-2. over the head and into the outfield. A base hit for Schumann. Grisham scores. Volpe scores. It's a 2-run double for Schumann, and the Yankees lead 3-0.
You know, we've talked about how he contributes whenever he is in the game. He has about a 360 on-base percentage against left-handers. He had a tough night last night, but this is a big hit, and I know it's a chopper, and it looked like they had a pickoff play on. I mean, the White Sox catchers are aggressive, and they will try to pick you off, but he hits this high chopper over Vargas's head. That's a big hit.
Austin Wells takes a strike. Maybe the worm is turning, Joe. The last 14 games, Yankee catchers are 11 for 39, 282, 391 on base percentage.
Yeah, and 4 home runs in that time, 3 of them by Austin Wells. I mean, law of averages says with Austin Wells that he's going to be more productive than he has been. And he's shown you that over his couple of years. And I know it's not always such a high batting average, but there's power there. And all of a sudden it's starting to click. The last 10 games, swung the bat a lot better. 7 for 24 with 3 home runs.
And there's a line drive right to Murakami with the second out.
I know that has to be frustrating for Austin Wells, but that's a pretty good sign for me staying on that sweeper. And that is the first out that Anthony Kay has got when a ball has been put in play. The Yankees were 4 for 4 when they put the ball in play before that.
Back to the top of the order, and Paul Goldschmidt. Inside. Chases Schumann back. So Cole getting some offensive support early. Now 3-0.
Cole's got to be ready to hit here if he gets a good pitch. I know you have Ben Rice behind him, but if you get a good pitch, 3-0, I'd love to see him take a hack at it.
And he takes a strike.
Pretty good 3-0 pitch there, though.
Using up all of the clock, the 3-1. Fly ball shallow right. Coming on Montgomery. He's there, and he puts it away. But the Yankees score 3 runs on 4 hits with 1 man left. Go to the bottom of the second. 3-0 Bombers.
Welcome back to the South Side, where the Yankees lead the White Sox 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the second. Michael, you made the comment in the first inning that sometimes you forget that this is Garrett Cole's 12th start since coming off the injured list. He's been pitching so well since he's been coming off that IL. When I spoke to pitching coach Matt Blake about that earlier today, he said he just feels like even though Cole got some early success, he feels like he is getting better and better as this season is going on. He said early on he felt like he was still adapting to the major league game. Gradually, he got his competitiveness back, and he started to trust his arm and trust his body.
Oh, look at that. Look at Garrett Cole. He called off Austin Wells and handled it himself.
Michael, he also trusted his ability to field right there. How about it?
You don't see that often, Joe.
Well, everyone starts yelling, I got it, and Garrett, it was the easiest play for Garrett. It's really hard for a catcher to go get this because you always want to get your back to the ball on a pop-up, and Rosario wasn't close, and then he took both hands to catch it, but hey, he got the job done, and that's a big out. Did he say he pushed him? Why are you pushing me? That's a really good play. That's an athlete, Michael, and I know I talked about you don't want pitchers to catch it, but
you think he's calling pass interference there?
I'm just glad he caught it. We got a little discussion at home plate.
Oh yeah, he said pass interference. A discussion at home plate, and Aaron Boone joins the talk.
What could this be about? What is that about?
I don't know.
They took too long maybe to get back on the mound.
Well, they didn't give him a ball, so it's a strike. Here's former Yankee Andrew Benintendi with the 0-1 count.
2 for 5 off the Yankees this year. He's got 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Both of them are home runs. He got Cole and he got Duvall.
This one's popped up out on the outfield grass is Volpe. He makes the play. I'm looking up on the board, Joe, because I'm trying to figure out what that could have been. And you think maybe they charged Wells with a mound visit?
Yeah, that's what I think. I think that's a good call, Michael. And see if we can find on the board mound visits.
Yeah, but they had that at Yankee Stadium. They only have the ABS up here. They do not have MVR, mound visit remaining.
Oh, it's somewhere on a board.
Montgomery swings and misses. No, I can't find it. There's a base hit into right center. Dominguez cuts it off and fires it in. So a 2-out single for Braden Montgomery.
Yeah, he's been actually really, really good for them, and he's been really hot the last 11 or 12 games. He's been productive. He's in on base.
Oh, there's the mound visits, but the Yankees still have their full allotment, right? They have 4, and the White Sox have 3. So it wasn't that. Now, according to the MLB website, Joe, Cole was charged with a pitch clock violation, but we didn't see him giving a ball.
No. Unless they just didn't put it on the board. I would like to watch that whole play again and say, okay, how do you charge him with a pitch clock violation? I mean, you got to have a little feel for the game. I mean, umpires, over the years have gotten me quite upset. That would have got me quite upset. The guy's stumbling all over the place.
And also having a little fun. It wasn't stalling.
And he didn't throw the ball around, did he? I don't think so. He could have done that.
And there's the clock.
Yeah, I mean, Wells was talking to him.
Had to be that, and they didn't put the ball up on the board.
Yeah, and he looked up. You see there at the end.
No harm, no foul as Peters swings through, and that'll do it. White Sox strand one. A lot of stuff going on. Yankees 3-0. Garrett Cole, none too pleased when he got back to the dugout about that pitch clock violation. Really chapped.
I don't blame him. I don't. He's been pitching a long time, and he just doesn't understand. Like, what are we doing here? He wasn't trying to stall. Michael, that would have either got my finger up. Tony Pena always said, when I put my finger up, you're going to see what he's saying. I've been pitching for 14 years. I know what I'm doing. When the finger went up, Tony Pena said, I knew you were going to get tossed. Or it would have got me clapping, like, you know, my back of my hand to my hand.
So your finger went up as you were making a point.
Yeah,
and that meant that you were going to get thrown out.
Tony said, when the finger went up, I knew you weren't going to last.
2-2.
His sinker's been giving Ben Rice some fits. He's thrown him one inside more than that, and it's just that late depth that he has on it. He has more than average depth on that pitch, and you can see why the White Sox like his stuff.
And down goes Rice. Anthony putting up a lot of Ks in the first couple of innings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. Joe, did you know that Anthony Kay is just the second K to play in the big leagues?
No, I did not. Spelled K-A-Y.
K-A-Y, right.
Yes.
Bill Kay played 25 games as an outfielder with the 1907 Washington Senators. And now there was a Justin Kay, but with an E at the end. Pitched for the Mariners in 2002. That one is drilled into left center field. Long run for Peters, and he runs it down. Rosario hit the ball well.
Looks like he was just gliding after that ball. We have a great vantage point watching him from behind home plate up, I don't know, 4 stories. He's just gliding after that baseball. He gets there really easy. I see why you highlighted him on the defense. Right?
Oh, yeah. Here's Jason Dominguez, started the Yankees' 3-run rally in the second with a leadoff single.
Now, was the 1908 K any relation? Did you dig deep?
Nope. Maybe he was related to Danny Kaye, who spelled his name with an E. Another base hit for Jason Dominguez. A 2-out single.
Yeah, he just takes this changeup and hits it the other way. And because it's up in the zone, it gives the hitters a lot better chance not to swing over the top of it. And he's always had an approach that he's willing to go the other way, left-handed and right-handed, and it pays dividends because it keeps you on the ball longer.
Here's Trent Grisham. He's singled to right center in the second. That one is chopped off the foot of Grisham all the way to Murakami.
Had a lot of those already. It's a sink in his pitches, the changeup, the fastball.
Grisham came into this game with 2 hits in his last 37 at bats, so he needed that single in the second, but he didn't need this foul ball. So they'll come out and check on him.
right on the top of the instep. Vargas hit one there correct, and now Grisham.
Yankee athletic trainer Tim Lentic out there. How much did your trainers mean to you, Joe, when you managed?
Everything. Everything. It was the second place I stopped every day to check in to see how players were doing and their communication, and so Gino and Stevie Donahue, and I loved them. They were some of my closest friends on the team because I had to deal with them so much because of players, and had so much respect for all the work that they did. And Timmy came in, and so did Mike Schuck in my later years. Very good trainers.
All right, so second place. What was the first place when you came in? You said that was the second place you visited.
The mental conditioning coach.
Okay. Just to see who was right.
Get my mind right.
Oh, get your mind right.
Get my mind right, and just to check to see if there was anything that I needed to do. It was the first door when I walked in. Is there anyone I need to really visit today?
Interesting.
Yep. And then it was right to the food room.
So that was 3.
Yes.
Foul back, right in on the hands.
He's a little bit above his average in pitches per inning. Average is 18.3. He's at 19 right now. The Yankees have made him work.
And even if you're effective, if you're going to average 18, 19 pitches an inning, you're a 5-inning pitcher.
You're a
That's all there
five-inning
is to
pitcher.
it.
That you are absolutely correct. And it's not like he doesn't get outs a lot of times. They're just long at bats. And he's got stuff to put hitters away, but they seem to foul a lot of pitches off. They must see his pitches.
Ground ball second base. My drop is there, and that'll do it. No runs a hit. 1 man left. Let's go to the bottom of the 3rd. Join the Yankees on Saturday, August 8th, as they celebrate their 78th Old Timers Day, presented by Fresh Direct. Arrive early and see your favorite Yankee legends put on the pinstripes and take the field again. Tickets going fast, so get your tickets today at Yankees.com.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Are you considered an old-timer? Are you an old-timer?
Well,
Because why, as a baseball player, as soon as you're done, you're an old-timer? I mean, do you have to be done as a broadcaster?
Well, I don't want to test that, but I'm sure that if I left, then I would be considered an old-timer. Until that point, yes, I'm older than some of the old-timers.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
still employed.
But some of the old-timers are still employed.
But not as players. Trying to run me out, Joe, or what?
No, I'm not. But I would feel better if you were considered an old-timer.
I would feel worse. The 0-2. It is weird. You know, I'm so honored that they allow me to.
Is that Jerry Garcia for Grateful Dead?
It's Grateful Dead night. That they let me MC the ceremonies on the field, and to see guys that I announced their games in those championship years, and now they're old timers. It's weird. Chopped right side. Jazz, 1 away.
There was one year that the old timers game, and I was managing at the time for the Yankees, that the middle infielders for the old timers game were younger than my shortstop and second base.
So that was in the later years of Derek.
Yes.
Who was your second baseman?
Brian Roberts.
Wow.
We had like Homer Bush, and I don't remember who the shortstop was, and I'm like, you guys are younger than the guys on the field.
You know, if we had known it was going to be Grateful Dead night, we could have gone with the tie-dye suits that we carry everywhere.
We have those?
Yes, yeah. It's a special trunk.
You have a little guy in your pocket or something? At least a tie.
And Michael, White Sox Grateful Dead tie-dye jerseys went to the first 2,500 deadhead. So maybe there's still a chance for you two up there. You throw the shirt on, put the coats on, it'll look great.
You know what? I'm willing. Just don't know if I'm able. Are you a Grateful Dead fan?
Yeah, I like their music. I'm not a Deadhead.
Mm-hmm.
My wife was a huge Grateful Dead fan.
Really?
Yes, Kim was.
See, now that surprises me. I don't picture Kim as a Deadhead.
Yeah. She has a wide variety of music tastes. Wide.
Strike three. Romo down looking. Third strikeout for Cole.
Perfect pitch. An outstanding four-seamer that just locks him up inside. Velocity's good. Location is good.
Ten batters he's faced, 9 of them first pitch strikes.
That is huge for him, and it allows him to keep his pitch count down. You see 36 pitches. 2 2/3 innings. That's great.
Antonacci fouls it away. And the righty deals the 0-2.
Puts tough at bats on you. He gets deep into counts. Hits the ball hard. His power has started to show up a little bit. He's hit some home runs lately.
Strike three. Antonacci down looking. Strong first 3 innings for Garrett Cole. 3-0 Yanks. Well, let's check out one of today's player props brought to you by Bet365, where winning is everything. Anthony Volpe to hit 1 or more home runs is plus 800. So he leads off here in the 4th. Garrett Cole has been strong through 3. And Kay deals a strike to Volpe.
Volpe's worn out the White Sox this year. He's 7 for 14. He likes White Sox pitching.
One and one. So the Yankees come into action today, 2.5 behind Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay was off yesterday. Yankees gained a half game. But the Rays have won 6 of 7. And then you have Boston, who's behind the Yankees. They've won 18 of 20.
They've won 11 in a row on the road. Yeah, the Red Sox, boy, did they get hot. And the Rays don't lose at home. That's the tough play. That's where they're really tough. Yankees have the 2nd most wins on the road. (34 and 23). Only LA has more wins at 36 on the road.
Just got a piece.
It's interesting for the Yankees after this road trip, which ends August 2nd. 19 road games left.
Yep. Chopped over the mound. Right there is my drop. One away.
Slipped coming out of the box. Got kind of tied up. Got in on him, and he slipped as he tried to come out of the box. Back foot went back, and there he went.
And a strike to Chisholm, who struck out in the first, checked that in the second inning.
Yesterday, I don't know if I was more impressed by the double that he hit to make it 3-3, or his bunt single in the 8th, which set up a huge inning. When he's struggling, I would love to see him bunt a little bit more, because he's going to steal bases. I mean, there's no doubt about it. One more, and he has 3 years in a row at 30. So anytime he can get on, it becomes really important. Look at what he's done since he signed with the Yankees. Home runs, the stolen bases.
He's one stolen base away from 30 for the year. And you would say, Joe, that this has not been a great year for him.
No.
But then you look at what it would be over 162 games. He's going to be close to a 30-30 guy. Probably 25-30.
Yes.
And he's even admitted of late that it has not been a good year. Two.
And you look at what he's done since the Yankees acquired him, and these are numbers in as far as home runs, and he's 6th in the AL in home runs, and he's 3rd in Major League Baseball in stolen bases. Really good combination of power and speed.
So the things that he happens to do so well, is a lot of it negated by the lapses that he has and the things that frustrate you as a manager or a fan?
Yeah, I can see how he would frustrate people, but I think sometimes you have to look at, you know, all the work. And there are days where sometimes he just doesn't look good, like he had a 4-strikeout day on this road trip. But then he does what he did yesterday, and you see the play that he makes. And I think because we see so many electric things out of Jazz, we all want more. You know, when we're all pulling for him to do more, we feel like this is a guy that could hit 40 home runs and steal 50 bases, hit 280. But it just doesn't happen.
I'll give you a little quiz. He's got 29 stolen bases. Tell me the last Yankee who had 30 stolen bases before August 1st.
Soriano?
You managed him.
Yeah, now you make me feel like Troy. I don't think it's Brett Gardner.
It is.
It is.
2011. Sometimes I think because he was part of the scene for so long that we took his excellence for granted.
For sure.
Swing and a miss. Chisholm strikes out for the second time tonight. And that'll bring up Max Schumann. He doubled in the second and is part of the Optimum Fiber famously fast replay.
Well, this was huge because it was second and third with one out, with one run already in. With the infield in, this ends up being a double, putting the Yankees up 3-0. Big hit by Volpe, big hit by Schumann. But getting back to Gardner, great on base, great defender, had a fire in him, and I believe he was, you know, a little bit similar to Paul O'Neill in the sense that there was a sense of urgency on every at bat for Brett Gardner. Loved him.
Now, we all know that he and his family have gone through an unbelievably tragic time. But at some point in the future, I would love to see him come back for Old Timers Day so he could receive the love from the fans that he would absolutely get.
Yes. Fans loved him. I don't know how you couldn't love him the way he played. And
that's what you want out of a player.
Right. I mean, he had so much fire, and he was tough, and he played every day, and he just did everything that you wanted from a player.
And Joe, his teammates absolutely loved him as well. He took a lot of guys under his wing, especially early on, including Aaron Judge, who actually lived with the Gardner family for quite some time. Kind of showed him the way how to be a big leaguer, and certainly that worked out. As we head to break, Yankees leading the White Sox 3-0. We'll get to the bottom of the fourth when we get back.
Time for pitching decisions presented by Sage.
Well, Garrett Cole has had another outstanding four-seamer tonight as he gets Murakami up in the zone. You're going to see another one up in the zone to Peters, and he freezes Antonacci. I'm not sure what he was looking for there, but his 4 strikeouts, his four-seamer has been great again.
So Murakami leads off.
That's a dangerous stat. Command, power, and stuff, the combination that Garrett Cole has. Tell you what, he has such a patient approach. You see him take pitches, really high walk rate, a really high slugging rate against right-handers at .602, 5th in Major League Baseball.
All right, so it's hard to prove a negative, but what didn't Major League front offices see that this guy was not highly pursued after all the success he had in Japan?
Not really sure. Maybe
the high strikeouts?
Yes.
Lined, and it's a fair ball down the right field line. Kicks off the wall, played out there by Dominguez. And now he bobbles, but Murakami will stop at second with a double.
His hard hit rate is in the top 1% as you look at this. I mean, this ball is smoked. It's a fastball out over the plate. And you see how he stays behind the ball. He has a little elevation in his swing. Hits off a Dominguez's toe, but Murakami doesn't run great. Maybe, you know, they didn't think he would fit in defensively. I'm not sure. Like, this is a really good swing. And when I look at his overall numbers, Michael, his walk rate, his hard hit rate, I don't think this is a flash in the pan.
Right.
I don't.
They signed him to a 2-year, $34 million deal. A lot of people shied away. They did not pursue him. Count 1-0 on Vargas. First runner in scoring position against Cole. And it came on his first 3-ball count of the evening. Popped up right back here and just shy of our booth. Well, you have unbelievable trust in me, Joe. You didn't even look up.
I did look up, and I saw it wasn't going to make it here. Believe me, I don't have that much trust. I get carried away here. this White Sox team, there's a lot of patience in the first 3 hitters. As you look at Vargas, he's 6th in walks with 58. He's not being over aggressive in this situation to try to drive the run in. He's making sure he gets a good pitch to hit.
Now he walks Vargas. So 2 straight 3-ball counts for Cole, his first 2 of the evening.
And yet now he's got the dangerous Colson Montgomery up, who has absolutely killed the Yankees. This year he's 7 for 13 with 3 home runs, but over his career he has just killed the Yankees.
Long conference on the mound, so Roberto Ortiz had to go out and break it up.
Michael, he has 5 home runs and 38 at-bats against the Yankees. That's a pace of over like 60 for the year.
In 11 games, pretty impressive numbers.
Yeah, it's amazing sometimes how a pitcher will just kind of lose his command and get some bad counts. And that's kind of what's happened in this inning. He's still really 1 pitch from getting out of this inning, in a sense, if he can get a double play ball.
Did he go? Yes, in Alan Porter. Big crowd here at Wright Field didn't love this call.
Let's see if...
Ooh, I'd be mad too.
Yeah, me too. He's a guy that you want to throw your 4-seamer over the 2-seamer because he's a low ball hitter. But because of that, he'll chase breaking balls below the zone.
2-1 on Colson Montgomery. Andrew Benintendi on deck. Three and 1. I don't think it's a sellout, but this is an enormous crowd, much bigger than last night. And the rain maybe scared some people away, but really nice turnout for Tuesday night. So a 3-1 count. 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Laid that pitch in there for a strike. Threw him a slider.
Yeah, I mean, the book on him is he swings over a lot of sliders and struggles with sliders, but he has not so far. He's been able to take the ones that are down, and this is one that's up, that's backdoored. Got to find a way to make a pitch here.
When I look at that up in the zone like that, Joe, was that a mistake?
I think he's just trying to backdoor it. They don't mind throwing high sliders if it's away. I think it's tough for hitters to hit.
Full count, nobody out. Fouled away.
99, Michael. A little extra on that one. Benintendi's been really good at driving in runs the last couple of months. It's a great time to get a strikeout or a double play here.
High fly ball, shallow right. Dominguez is there to put it away. Out number 1. So Cole wins that battle.
They got him on a four-seamer up in the zone, and Cole's MO is he's been a fly ball pitcher, only about 32% ground balls, and we've seen a number of fly ball outs and strikeouts.
There's Benintendi. Now, he reached a milestone on Sunday. A lot of players put a lot of import on this number. Sunday, he reached 10 years of service time. And that's impressive. Of all the thousands and thousands of people that played big league baseball, a lot of them didn't reach 10 years.
No. Aaron Judge and Sanchez just reached that mark.
And his teammates have a little bit of a sense of humor because to celebrate it, they got him a bottle of Rip Van Winkle bourbon. A little joke because he's one of the team's oldest players, but he's only 32.
I would have got him a rocking chair. I told you about his ability to drive in runs. The last 43 games, he's driven in 30. It's a pace of about 120 during the course of a season. So he's a dangerous hitter. I think he's always been a dangerous hitter. I think it hurt him to leave Boston because he drove the ball the other way so well.
And that one is nubbed left side. Rosario to first. Got him as the runners move up.
Well, you got a chance to get out of this inning, and he nubs this little slider. A really good job by Rosario coming to get this ball and making sure that he gets it before Volpe gets there, cuts it off. Because if Volpe feels that that is a hit.
Here's Braden Montgomery. Had the first hit against Cole, 2-out single in the second. And he's a little too quick on the changeup. 0-1.
That's been a pitch that he has struggled. 172 this year off of right-handers. Switch hitter. He's hit the breaking ball well and the fastball well. He does a really good job. He has a leg kick, but he gets it down fairly quickly, and he has no movement back. He stays on that backside really, really well.
3-1.
A lot of hitters don't like base runner on second dancing around like Vargas is because it may become a distraction. He's right in the line of sight for Braden Montgomery because he's left-handed. If he's right-handed, it doesn't matter. He's just jumping up and down out there. Get your lead and be still.
3-2. So this is the fourth three-ball count this inning. The first three innings didn't have one.
Well, if you can get out of the inning, it doesn't really matter, and that's his 25th pitch. He's been really economical up until this point. If you get it out, you wash it and you go back to work in the fifth.
And here's the payoff. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. So that's a walk to load the bases for Tristan Peters. And here comes Matt Blake. And a lot of this is to give Garrett Cole a little bit of a blow.
Yeah, just to give him a little bit of a break. It's been a tough inning. He's worked to get to a point where he's got 2 outs and no runs are in yet. And he had first and second with nobody out. So get out of this. This would be huge.
Watch Yes's 1-hour trade deadline special on Yankees Lineup, presented by CarShield. Monday at 5, leading up to the deadline at 6 p.m.
I'm looking forward to that show.
Me too. And I always love the flurry right before, like, in the final hour of all the, like, they can't even announce them fast enough.
Remember
and it gets
the
past
Twins
6
last
o'clock.
year? Traded everybody.
Everybody. You know, they had 2 buses for their team in Toledo. They had 1 bus for the guys who were going back to the hotel. They were playing in AAA in Toledo.
Right.
And they had 1 bus going to Cleveland because they called up like 7 guys.
Wow. 6 p.m. August 3rd is the trade deadline. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And another first ball. 1-0.
Well, second time through, they have a little better idea of how he's going to attack you. And Peters has been very good off of right-handers. Not so much off of left-handers, but a 300 hitter on right-handers this year.
Two 2-0. There's no place to put Peters.
And I would think that he would probably throw him a fastball. So I would think that Peters would be really aggressive if it's in the zone. Wow.
He took it. 2-1. 18 balls this inning. That's the 3rd most of any inning of his career. How about that stat?
And he was rolling along the first 3 innings.
Two and two. Is it just a simple case of he lost his groove this inning?
He just got out, his mechanics got a little out of whack.
Crowd getting pumped up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded, 3-0 Yanks. Foul back. They are making Cole work. And Trevigi, scoreless inning yesterday. He's up.
31 pitches this thing. You don't want to let him go much further.
Peters calls time. The pitch. Popped up, left field. Rosario back near the foul line. He makes the play for the final out. So a long, arduous inning for Garrett Cole, but he does not allow a run. Well, score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Yankees, the official source for your Yankees gear. Garrett Cole was fired up coming off that mound.
Well, I think he's a little upset with himself because I think he expects so much. And give Austin Wells credit. He knows that there's a long inning. He's mad at himself. He's going to take his high fives, but he's like, that's not who I am. But he had a long inning. You can't make any first pitch outs in this inning if you're the New York Yankees. You got to give him a little breather, see if you can get him through 6 now. He's at 72 pitches. 32 that inning.
Austin Wells with a fly ball in left field. Now, if you're the Yankees, Joe, you don't want a 1-2-3 inning here. You want to give this guy a little bit of a breather.
No, and that's why I loved what Austin did by taking that first pitch. And I think Goldie has a sense of what he needs to do. But let's talk about what you did last half inning.
Please.
All right. You asked for tea. Okay.
Hot tea.
Hot tea. Not
Yep.
sure why. I don't know if you're cold.
My throat's a little sketchy right now.
Oh, okay. And Jennifer was nice enough to give you your tea and your equal. And you steeped.
Right.
And then you added your equal.
Yep.
That dissolves. That dissolves.
Not necessarily,
And
Joe.
you stirred it with your glasses.
Right.
I don't know if you call it an arm on your glass?
Yeah,
your glasses?
Yeah, this part.
Yeah. That
you know
was your
what?
stir.
Because Jennifer, our stage manager, who was nice enough to get me the tea, did not get me a stir.
It dissolves.
It does not. You have to stir it. So I used the eyeglasses. And you were offended by this, Jennifer.
Where did you go to school? You didn't take science classes, did you?
Oh, I did. I went to the Bronx High School of Science. I could see from your face, but it was an important part of the game. You were really upset. You were a little.
Well,
look, we have a replay of it.
Yeah. I mean, I wish it would have been honey you were stirring, so it would have stuck to your head when you put it on. I mean, that's the first, and then you wiped it. Now, where did you wipe your hand? On your pants?
No, it dried.
The laws of physics don't exist in your house, do they?
You have to stir, and it was Splenda, not equal.
That's a first for me. I've never seen anyone do that. That's why I was taken
Settle in.
aback.
If we work together another 10 years, you're going to see it a lot.
I'm going to see a lot or see that a lot?
See that a lot and see a lot. Grounded to first. There's one. On to K covering. Not in time. Rice beat it out.
So we were talking about why more teams were interested in Murakami. Well, I'm going to tell you, it's not his defense, because that's a really good play, a really good feed. And Montgomery had to wait for K to get there. Left-handers fall off towards third base. Look at Goldie trying to get in line of the throw. I mean, that's fantastic. Because K was late, Ben Rice was able to beat it out.
Here is Ahmed Rosario. Now I'm going to play this card, Joe, and I'm sure I have to do this. Guy who listens to this broadcast almost every game is the legend, Brian Gumbel.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Classy, right?
Yeah.
And he just texted me. He said, I stir my coffee with my eyeglasses every morning. Brian Gumbel. Now, you can look down at me and say, what an animal. But Brian Gumbel. Can't say that about him.
We need to send him some stirs. Somebody go to the grocery store and get him some stirs.
Grounded foul, 1-2.
I'm the grocery store guy, so I buy the wooden stirs all the time.
Right, but I don't take them on the road.
I'm going to start packing them in my bag for you.
Well, I appreciate that.
Rosario should walk over to the trainer and take some more time here. Say, my foot really hurts. Garrett Cole needs a little more time.
Check swing. Grounded foul.
You know, Troy does those. How about that?
Right. Troy Benjamin, our producer.
Yes, our producer. Yeah. He needs to do one on you so he gets to know you a little bit. And he didn't know that you drank tea all the time?
It's disturbing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a big tea drinker.
I mean, I believe you pay attention to detail. It's a great at-bat. Long at-bat. Take your time. And Troy's become really defensive down in the truck here.
As he should be.
Defensive means you're guilty.
Interesting. Aggressive theory. Strike three. Rosario down looking. So the Yankees strand one And now, you all know a new way to stir your tea or coffee. Eyeglasses. Tonight's injury report brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Carlos Rodon expected to throw a 2-up live tomorrow. That'll be at Somerset. And he's been on the IL since July 7th, left elbow inflammation.
And Michael, a little news from the minors. Carlos Lagrange, who was dealing with that shoulder issue, started throwing again. He played catch today. I asked Aaron Boone whether or not he could potentially be an option here in the second half, and he said, look, we'll just have to wait and see. When I spoke to Matt Blake about it, he said time is not on our side there. Had he not been injured, it looked as though he was going to be a major consideration, especially after they moved him from starter to reliever. But now they are probably going to take this throwing program pretty slow for Lagrange. Who knows what could happen? Never say never, Michael. But it does not look as though he will most likely be in the plans.
You know, I never do say never. So you don't have to preach to me, Meredith.
Well, I never thought you were going to stir your tea with your eyeglasses, but we learn something new every day.
Look what you did, Joe.
Know?
You turned everybody, including Meredith, an ally. Thanks.
Whatever works for you, Michael.
I just reported what I saw.
You're a reporter, journalist. I get it. Romo takes inside 1-0. Fly ball shallow left field, coming on Schumann, still coming on, and it's going to drop. They drop between Schumann and Rosario, and the late entry there was Volpe. So a single for Romo.
Yeah, Schumann had to run a long ways, and I think it was tough to see, Michael. I mean, his route is a little interesting. It's that time of night where the lights haven't taken full effect. You see Volpe's playing so far up the middle, he can't get to it. Rosario was the closest. And now you got some big bats coming up, some on-base guys and some home run power coming up.
Antonucci fouls it back. You know, it's weird because Rosario goes out. He's the closest to it, and then he kind of...
Yeah, and he made a play to end the last inning.
It's like he didn't want any part of it. He turned his back on it. I think Schumann thought he was going to get it.
Well, I think he also wasn't in the spot that he wanted to be. It's kind of behind him now a little bit, and I think he assumed that the outfielder was going to get it. I mean, you got to remember, how often have they played together in that situation? There's not a lot of communication or an idea, is he going to get there or not? So Schumann and Rosario haven't had a lot of reps, and reps are important because of the communication and knowing how much range your teammate has.
Well, the Yankees want to win every game they can. Obviously, that's the way it works. Well, they look up on the board right now, and Texas has beaten Tampa Bay 4-1. So the Yankees have an opportunity to pull to within a game and a half of first place.
And that's a final.
Yep.
If you look at it.
Yep.
So, I mean, I believe, like, if Cody Bellinger was out there, the assumption would be that Cody was going to get it.
Right.
And you wouldn't have had, like, that triangle there.
And that's why he has 19 defensive runs saved.
Yes.
High fly ball, right center. Grisham makes the play. Out number 2.
Talking about which way the wind is going, it seems like he's talking to Dominguez like it's blowing from right to left. But when you look at the flags, they kind of look like they're blowing out when you look in the right field corner.
Here's Murakami. 1 for 2.
Let's see, how many spoons did we get here for you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's good for tomorrow and the next day.
4-game set. I could take him to Wrigley too.
Yes, please do.
Somebody asked Aaron Boone today, do you remember being in one city other than your home city for 7 days in your whole career? And he said, no, I can't recall. Do you?
I do.
You do?
Yes.
How? With whom?
I want to say it was here.
That would be the one, right?
Yeah, but not this year. I thought it happened one other time. I know as a player, too. No, excuse me. As a manager, it happened, too. And I absolutely loved it. And it might have been here.
Swing and a miss. Murakami goes down on strikes. A nice bounce back inning for Cole. We played 5 in this beautiful city. 3-0 Yanks.
It's Justin Shackle with your Audi update. Rays hosting the Rangers. Top 7, bases empty, 1 out. Austin Wynns facing Steven Matz way down the left field line and out of there for Wynns. A solo shot, his first of the year. Texas would win it 4-1. Yanks could pull to within 1.5 games in the East if they win tonight, Michael.
Well, thank you, Justin. Montefiore Einstein scoreboard, 3-0 Yankees. Anthony Kay gets Dominguez a swing and miss at the first pitch. Now, Justin just mentioned Steven Matz. And Anthony Kay went to Melville High School on Long Island. And that's the same school as Steven Matz. See if that got Dominguez. Yes, it did. He's going to take first base.
So obviously they have a really good left-handed pitching coach. I don't know about right-handed. Oh, I don't know if I've ever seen a back foot slider hit the guy in the front foot.
Let's go around the majors, Joe. Manny Machado has not had the best year, but last 14 games turned it on. Francisco Lindor hurt for most of the season and is working his way back, but the last 8 games, 3 3-hit games. He had 6 RBIs last night. Chris Sale, last 3 starts, 2-0, 1.69 ERA with 22 strikeouts. He's something else. That one is ripped foul.
Think about the young white left-handed pitchers the White Sox have had. They had him, then they had Garrett Crochet. Guys that kind of started in the bullpen and then became starters. I remember Chris Sale came up. I mean, he was basically out of college. I was like, wow.
And it never really worked out for him in Boston, and he seems like he's found a second life in Atlanta. Grisham with a high fly ball, fairly deep right center. And the catch is made just barely by Montgomery. Hustling back to first is Dominguez. That got really hairy there on the warning track.
Yeah, I think the wind is playing some tricks on some of these balls, and they're not ending up. And it looked like Peters was going to get there, and Montgomery's looking at him. Are you going to take this? You can take this? No, I'm not. And Montgomery made a good play.
Well, with the righty Volpe coming up, that's going to do it for Kay. Will Venable takes the ball from the left-hander. He trails 3-0 with 1 out in the 6th. It's time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. And tonight's picture is of Letitia, who brought out the pinstripes at Yankee Stadium. Hello, Letitia. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game. Jordan Hicks comes on.
Yeah, and he has been really good since he's come back from the lat strain. And his biggest issue has been walks. A really high walk rate, 15.5. Major League average is about 8.4. But he has found his stuff. And he's got a sinker, Michael, that touches 100. But he pitches up a lot with it, which is interesting to me.
Why so?
Well, sinkers usually pitch down with it. You use your four-seamer up.
Runner goes. The throw to second. Safe. Dominguez in there with his 7th stolen base.
He might have slid off the bag. Mydroth did a good job of keeping the tag on him. And we're going to get a better look here. Does he stay on the bag? When the arm comes off, does the leg get on? On. That's pretty close. I think he might have come off right at the end.
Well, it's going to be challenged by the White Sox.
I think it's going to be his first caught stealing. And to me, that's not a caught stealing. That's almost coming off the bag, a whole new stat, because base runners slide so late and so hard into the bag. This happens all the time.
But Joe, don't you have to change the way they slide? We've seen it with Tom all the time.
I think so. I think they slide too late. And a lot of times when they have the oven mitts on, they can't hold the bag anyway.
Right.
I think he's going to be out, unfortunately.
Boy, the disconnect came right at the very end by maybe a spike.
And you wondered if Mydroth was pushing him off. He wasn't. He was almost holding his foot on the way he had it hooked around his leg. He almost helped him.
Look at Mydroth. Doesn't he look like Spicoli? I mean, just that look, he looked like
Mydroth or Montgomery?
Mydroth. No, I guess it was Montgomery.
Yeah.
My bad. It was Montgomery.
I don't know. They're taking a long time for this.
There's the cleat off. This is the freeze, boys. And again, I've said this. This is not the intent of the rule. It's to get these glaring mistakes. This is not a glaring mistake, but if he's off the bag, he's off the bag. We'll see if they feel that he is.
Well, I had my contacts in, and I couldn't see that the spike was off the bag there. So,
okay,
they'd have to zoom in a little bit more. And I would use your glasses, but we've stirred our tea with it, so.
But not with the lens.
After review, the Cardinal field stands. Runner is safe. Chicago loses their challenge.
So maybe my contacts are working. I think if he's called out on the field, it stays out.
Two and one. And Volpe fouls one off his foot. Now, we did find, Joe, May of 2014, Yankees played 2 at Wrigley and then 4 here in the south side of Chicago. So that was about a week.
Yeah, that is a week.
Yeah.
7
if
days.
there was a day off between.
Yeah. That's nice for me because I have so much family here.
At least some of your family stayed and didn't run away from the cold.
Correct. I got soft, Michael. I'm not afraid to admit it.
All right, there's going to be challenged ABS by T-Mobile, and they win the challenge. It's strike. So Volpe down looking, that close.
Be interesting to see how he attacks Jazz, because Jazz usually can hit velocity. That's has not been an issue for Jazz in his career.
Now, Jordan Hicks actually went to the Red Sox in the Devers deal from San Francisco. And then Red Sox traded him to the White Sox in February.
He's been with started with St. Louis.
He missed the Yankee series in the Bronx. And they're going to intentionally walk Jazz Chisholm to face Schumann. But now countering is Boone. He's going to send up Spencer Jones to pinch hit for Schumann.
That's interesting that you would do it after the first pitch. You would think that if you were going to do it then, you would have done it 0-0. My guess is he just changed his mind.
Zach Bove, the pitching coach, comes out.
I mean, I could see you doing it if it got to 2-0 or 3-0, but not 1-0.
You know, you do see that a lot, even with pinch runners. It could be 1-0, and all of a sudden the pinch runner comes out, and you wonder, did the manager just forget? Did he change his mind? I don't know if he would ever admit that he just forgot, but it does happen often.
It just happened where we were at a game where it was in Philadelphia, I believe. Mm-hmm. They sent out a pinch runner on a 1-0 count.
First and second, 2 outs. Jones at the plate. And Hicks steals a strike.
Excuse me, it was in Washington is where it happened.
Yes, you're correct at first base.
Donnie wouldn't make that mistake.
Big cut. And the count 0-2.
Yeah, I mean, you got to shorten up a little bit because that fastball is getting on top of you. He did a good job yesterday getting an RBI in.
Swing and a miss. 100 miles an hour right by him. Yankees strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Yanks up 3-0. Well, it's time to name that Yankee. Brought to you by Prevagen, made for your brain. 78 and 67, 4.57 ERA. Started with the Yankees. A lot of years at the White Sox. Actually won a World Series at the White Sox. Rockies, Phillies, finished with the Pirates. I'll give you a hint. His existence brought about a nickname for the Yankees.
Well, at least I didn't manage this guy, or play alongside this guy, so they can't use that on me.
Vargas takes a strike from Cole. And that's going to be a challenge by Vargas. ABS powered by T-Mobile. And he wins it. Line drive, foul.
Yeah, that curveball just kind of rolled up there, and I think Vargas was going to be aggressive because he was in a hitter's count.
Popped up. Long run for Goldschmidt. And he makes the play.
Michael, they've hit 3 or 4 pops up. They're as high as you usually see. I mean, Montgomery hit one yesterday. This one right here. They get the ball in the air for sure. It's a good play. I mean, you hope that somebody else can take that from Goldie. But the key for Goldie is, I always say, no matter where you're catching the ball, you want to try to get your numbers, if it's in front of you or to the side of you, towards the center field wall. Your numbers on your back, that is.
Oh, 0-1. Montgomery 0 for 2. He popped to Cole in the second, then a fly ball to Dominguez in the fourth.
You know, it was interesting in his last at bat when he had the runners on. He did not swing at that pitch. And I wonder if his approach changes when runners are in scoring position than when he's hitting with nobody on. Is he trying to hit a home run with nobody on? Because he was much more patient against Cole his last at bat.
Well, Austin Wallace thought that was strike 3. He was about to throw it around the infield, but he didn't challenge.
Oof. I'd have to look to see if that was a strike.
Swing and a miss. That's the 6th strikeout for Garrett Cole. And the 6th Yankee strikeout brought to you by your local Tri-State Audi dealers.
Yeah, this is a fantastic breaking ball. And he struggles with breaking balls below the zone because I believe he's a low ball hitter, and it looks so good to him. He can't quite lay off it. When he learns to lay off that, look out.
Benintendi inside third and down the left field line. It'll kick off the sidewall. Benintendi takes a big turn, but he stops right there. Does not want to challenge the arm of Spencer Jones.
Yeah, I would have thought he would have went to second base here. It's a breaking ball that hangs up. He doesn't even know that he hit a fair ball. He thinks it's foul when he hits it. It goes over the bag. Spencer Jones gets to this ball really quickly. This ball was hit a lot harder. It makes a good, accurate throw. I mean, it's in front of you, in front of you. You have to make the decision as the base runner.
The 0-1 now on Braden Montgomery. Cole closing in on 100 pitches. Off the glove of Wells, he locates.
I thought he was going to come down and hit him on top of the head. Does this ball just pop out? Whoop. He's probably lucky it didn't hit him in the head because it would have carried him away further.
Two and two. Swing and a miss. That's a strong 6 for that man. The veteran right-hander, 6 shutout innings, and he leaves with a 3-0 lead. Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. Learn more at genesis.com. By Amazon. Spend less on your kids for back to school. And by the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Deals so right, they almost feel wrong. Only at your local Hyundai dealer. Couple pretty good lefties there. And one really good righty. Garrett Cole with a signal to his family over the dugout. His wife Amy, and he has both of his sons, Caden and Everett, with him. You know what I like, though? You know how buttoned up Cole is? The whole family is. The kids aren't just wearing Yankee jerseys. They're wearing the road ones. They're not wearing the home white pinstripes. Dad's pitching on the road. We're putting the grays on. New pitcher, Tyler Schweitzer.
And Michael, about 2 years ago when Caden was a little bit younger, every time his dad was warming up, he was in the stands warming up too. He's dialed, as is Garrett.
Probably talk a little pitch selection when they get home tonight.
I bet they do.
I remember walking into spring training 2 years ago, and I was walking behind Garrett, and he was holding hands with his son. And it was such a great picture just to see the two walking together, holding hands. And it's, you know, we talk about the game, how it's generations, and it brought back great memories of when my son was young and he was at the ballpark.
Three 3-0 Yankees are in the 7th. Swing and a miss. Wells down on strikes.
Yeah, Schweitzer, another young pitcher that made his debut this year. He's 25 years old. He's considered their 21st best prospect. He's got a good breaking ball, and he's done a really pretty good job when he's gotten called up. 3.78 ERA, and he's probably considered their 4th left-hander when it comes to who you use.
The 1-0.
Now, Paul doesn't challenge very often, so
Previous speed was full strike, battery counting.
I'm surprised if this is not a ball.
Powered by T-Mobile, and barely a strike.
You have one kind of reminder.
Two and one. He's been called up 4 times this year, so 4 stints with the big league club. Last time he got called up was July 11th. He's been here since then. Joe said he made his major league debut this year on April 8th.
That made me laugh, Michael, because one of my favorite movies is My Cousin Vinny. And he's asking how many times he took the bar. 3rd time a charm? No. 4? No, not for me. 7. It's been 4 for Schweitzer.
So here's Ben Rice. He was 0 for 3 against Anthony Kay. A couple of strikeouts.
He probably can't wait till Judge and Stanton get back, so teams stop throwing so many lefties. Put him between a couple of righties and let him go to work. On this road trip, 4 of the 5 starters have been left-handed.
Yeah. No accident.
No.
It hasn't been pretty, but over the last 14 games, the Yankees are 10 and 4. Somehow they've gotten it done.
This is the 6th straight series against teams that have better than a 500 record, and they're 11 and 6.
Foul back. That one is scooped out towards shortstop. 2 away.
I wasn't sure if that ball hit the ground to start. Kind of like a cricket swing. Watch this swing.
Yeah. So here's Rosario. 0 for 3 against Anthony Kay.
Couple of strikeouts, lined out center pretty hard in the 3rd.
Up the middle and through for a base hit. Goldschmidt's going to go to 3rd. The throw comes into 2nd. So he squeezed it through the infield, Rosario did. Picks up a single. First and third, 2 outs, and that'll bring up Dominguez.
This is beautiful. Just right in the perfect spot that allows Goldschmidt to get to third. Now you open the base, the hole up between first and second, because you got to hold the runner on.
A lot of talking going on. So you'd never see that happen with O'Neill. I don't think he was friendly with any umpire enough to joke around.
No chance. And Michael, let me correct that. This is the 5th game in a row it's been a left-hander, because Mays has started.
Right.
He went 2 innings.
Grounded, third base. Vargas goes to short way, and that'll get it. Rosario slid maybe 20 feet away from second base.
It's Justin and Jack with your Ford Studio update. And Jack, whatever Garrett Cole lost in that 4th inning, he quickly rediscovered in the 5th and in the 6th.
Yeah, he got 18 outs in this game, Justin. 12 of those 18 came on his fastball. He veered away from the fastball in that 4th inning that you mentioned, but then he went back to it. He got Tristan Peters to fly out, pop out, strand the bases loaded, and has put the Yankees in great position to win.
We'll see if the bullpen can put this game to rest. Jack and I will see you on the postgame. Let's go back to Michael and Joe.
Well, thank you, guys. Let's check out tonight's Gusto game recap. 3-6-0 for the Yanks, 0-4-0 for the Sox. They talked about Cole. Anthony Kay gave him 5 1/3, gave up the 3 runs. Schumann a 2-run double, and Murakami had a double for the White Sox. New pitcher for the Yankees is Angel Chavihi. And he's going to face Tristan Peters. Fouled away. Take a look at the bullpen budget for the Yanks, sponsored by Citizens. Make sense of your money with Citizens. They used 7 relief pitchers last night. You'd say that Doval's out, Hill's out, and they'd like to stay away from Bednar.
You know, Chavihi keeps throwing him these changeups, and he keeps hitting changeups over the Yankees dugout.
3 strikes.
Yeah. McMahon in now.
This is Angel Chavihi's birthday. He's 24 years old. That one's popped up. Wells calls off Chavihi, and Chavihi calls off Wells. So we have 2 pitcher putouts today on pop-ups.
I think that just comes down to a case that Chavihi was a little taller than Wells, and he reaches up and gets us. And these aren't easy pop-ups for the catcher. He's trying to call him off. Chavihi looks really athletic from what I've seen. It just makes a good play. Almost overran it.
Bunted right back to Chavihi. And he throws a bullet, but a good play by Goldschmidt, reaching into the baseline to make the catch on the 1-3. 2 down.
Yeah, that's always so dangerous for a first baseman. He gets to this really quickly, makes a good sidearm throw. Goldschmidt has so much experience around the bag. He catches it and gets out. Just a nice play on both parts.
And a smile by Chavihi. I was asking around today, what has clicked in for Chavihi? When he was with the Rockies don't want their pitchers to throw breaking balls because of the high altitude. So they were fixating on fastball with him. Well, when the Yankees got a hold of him, they said, no, your other stuff plays. It's swing and miss stuff. You don't have to throw that fastball all the time. And something clicked in.
Yeah, his slider a lot of times is an early strike. His changeup is a finishing pitch. You're right, Mike. And he's got 98, and you have to respect it. I mean, look at the depth on that changeup. That's as good as it gets.
I mean, what an amazing weapon out of nowhere. You couldn't have thought, well, he's going to be a big, high leverage guy for them, and that's what he's become in just a short amount of time. High fly ball, center field. Grisham is there, and Chavihi on his birthday works a 1-2-3 7th inning. We'll go to the 8th. Now the Yankees return to Prime tomorrow to take on the White Sox. Don't miss a minute of the Yankees beginning at 7, only on Prime. On-day scoreboard, Yankees lead 3-0 as we go to the 8th. Schweitzer still on the mound. Faces Grisham. And a strike. One. Grisham's 1 for 3. It'll be Grisham, Volpe, and Chisholm in the 8th. Line foul. You got to work to give away foul balls now. Get under the screen.
Yeah. And as a kid, you got to be quick to get to the area where the ball person's at.
Two and two. Big crowd of 33,743 on this Tuesday evening.
That hits their average after last night being 23.
Yep.
Talked about, what was it, since
27,000 over the
June
last
1st?
25 games.
Yeah. It's good that the fans are getting into it.
And Grisham works a walk.
Michael, I know it's become kind of a fad for fans to take their shirts off and wave them.
Right.
You know,
Tarps off. Yeah.
What is it called?
Tarps off.
Would that have been you?
No.
No, as a kid.
Have you seen me at the pool? No, it wouldn't be. Would it have been you?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. That's a big crowd out there.
Fouled away. One. Popped up, shallow left. Who's going to get it? A nice running play by Mydrive. Wow, that's some play.
Yeah, that's a really good play, because you would think it being on the shortstop side, that Montgomery was going to get that, but it seemed like Meidroth had a little better angle at it. And Montgomery's been nursing a sore foot. This is a really good basket catch.
So here's Jazz Chisholm. He is struck out twice and intentionally walked. Grounded and grabbed there. There's one, and a good throw by Murakami for the double play. Good defense there by the White Sox, started by that man. The hot ground ball turns into 2. Well, be there live to see Liverpool FC take on Wrexham AFC in a soccer friendly tomorrow at Yankee Stadium. Get your tickets now through Ticketmaster.com. Brett Hedrick will take over for the Yanks. Third pitcher, Cole went 6, Chavihi 1, and now Hedrick. So Antonacci was due up, but Randall Grichuk comes up as the pinch hitter. Hyundai scoreboard 3-0 Yanks. Swings at the first pitch and pops it up. Here comes Dominguez. 1 down.
Michael, has there seemed to be just an amazing amount of pop-ups tonight?
There has been a lot.
Yeah. Where do you start with Hedrick? I mean, the job that he's done. He finished the 6th last night, pitched the score of the 7th. Relievers in the American League with 25 innings pitched. He has the 2nd lowest ERA.
Well, last year, the thing they had to work through, because he was a starter by trade and then converted to the bullpen. Check swing, slow ground ball, McMahon fields. Is Joe that he would lose velocity if he pitched in back-to-back days, and they had to figure out when they could use him. Now that doesn't seem to be an issue at all.
No, he has learned how to do it, and it's just getting your body used to it. And you know, as a starter, you're so used to having a couple of days off before you throw again. But he has been unbelievable for. I mean, you think about the way that Blackburn and Hedrick have stepped up. You expected it out of Cruz. You expected it out of Bednar.
That one is rocketed to left field. It's a base hit for Vargas.
And you think that you got a lefty coming up. I mean, this is, he just jumps all over this first pitch. He's aggressive. And it just gets too much middle of the plate, and it's thigh high. He's trying to throw him the sinker down and away. But Colson Montgomery has been better against lefties than righties. A 902 OPS compared to 708. He had 3 hits off of lefties yesterday.
Grounded and grabbed there by Jazz. And he fires to Goldschmidt. Beautiful play by Jazz Chisholm. It got by Goldschmidt, but Jazz had the range to haul it in and turn it into out number 3. So the White Sox strand 1. This is the final play of the inning as we go to the 9th. It is time to answer Name That Yankee. Here are the clues. Big right-hander, big splitter, forkball, whatever you'd like to call it. Jose Contreras. Furious bidding war between the Yankees and the Red Sox when he was defecting from Cuba. And when the Yankees got him, Red Sox executive Larry Lucchino was so angry, he dubbed the Yankees the Evil Empire. And kind of became positive where the Yankees actually liked that nickname. But at the time, he didn't mean it that way when the Yankees signed Contreras.
So that's when that came about. I thought that term came about way before that.
This was. I was told that the stories that he threw a chair, maybe Theo Epstein threw a chair because they thought they had Contreras. Where the decision was made The Red Sox rented out every single hotel room so that the Yankees couldn't even get in. But the Yankees ended up signing him.
They got in. How about that play that Jazz Chisholm?
Amazing.
Wow. He's almost down the right field line.
Spencer Jones laces one to left field. Grichuk is there to make the play.
Yeah, here's the play he makes to end this inning. I mean, if he doesn't get to this ball, and this is not an easy throw. If he doesn't get to this ball, the tying run comes to the plate. And I'm sure they probably would have hit for Benintendi. I'm not sure who they would have hit, but it was still coming to the plate.
One 1-0 on Wells. Popped up. A lot of pop-ups. Vargas, 2 outs. Joe, I didn't think they would go that route, but I look in the Yankee bullpen and David Bednar is one.
Really?
Yeah. He didn't throw many pitches yesterday.
5,
got 1 out.
I think.
So here is Goldschmidt. Lined and right at the shortstop Montgomery. Last licks coming up for the White Sox. They'll do it against Bednar. Yankees lead 3-0. Well, fans, after the final out, we get highlights, analysis, clubhouse interviews, and we'll hear from Aaron Boone on the manager's report. That's all coming up on the W.B. Mason Yankees postgame. Now tonight, after Yankees coverage, stay tuned for a new edition of Sportico Sports Business and catch an exclusive interview with Gino Auriemma, head coach of the UConn women's basketball team. That's tonight after we wrap up Yankees coverage right here on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. So David Bednar has been pretty much unscorable on, if I just made up a word. He's been that good over his last 21 outings, and he's going to try to close this out. 21 consecutive scoreless appearances for Bednar.
And this will be 4 out of 5 days, so I would imagine that he would probably get a couple days off this, so they're going to have to find a way after today to get through the 9th inning.
And there's a strike.
First one was 97. I mean, that's usually as high as he gets. So the good thing that he has done, though, in this stretch is he has not thrown a lot of pitches.
Oh, 2. Garrett Cole started. He had 1 rough inning, but kept the White Sox at bay. 6 shutout innings for Cole. Chavia scoreless 7th. Hedrick a scoreless 8th. And now Bednar is trying to complete the shutout and nail this down. And down goes Benintendi, 1 away. Check out the Mercedes-Benz Road Ahead. 2 more games against the White Sox. Tomorrow night on Prime, then Thursday afternoon back on Yes. 3 against the Cubs. 1 on Yes on Friday, then on Fox on Saturday, back on Yes to complete the series on Sunday. Then St. Louis comes to the Bronx, followed by Atlanta after a Thursday off day. With Braden Montgomery. And a strike. He is just filling the strike zone right now, 0-2.
Yeah, if you go back to Friday, he threw 9 pitches. Saturday, 16. Off on Sunday, 5 yesterday. Throwing strikes with everything. His curveball, his 4-seamer is split.
1-2. Tomorrow we'll see Cam Schlittler, and the Yankees will finally see a right-hander. Davis Martin will go for the White Sox. Two.
This is a young hitter, Michael, that does not chase a lot. which usually you would think that when a young hitter gets called up, they're extremely aggressive and they're wild swingers. Not for Brandon Montgomery. He's very disciplined.
2-2. Line drive, and it's a base hit. Dominguez gets it in. A one-out single for Braden Montgomery.
His second hit tonight, the split that kind of hangs up there. He had a hit last night. He has a couple walks in this series. He's really becoming a pretty effective player.
Here's Tristan Peters, 0 for 3 tonight. He had 2 at-bats against Cole, a strikeout and a pop-up. And then one against Chavihi, who got him to pop up to Chavihi in foul territory. One and one.
Yeah, an all-star this year. You see what he's done against right-handers. He's been really effective. He's a very good defender. But since the all-star break, it's been somewhat of a struggle for him. 4 for 37.
Missed with the curveball, 2-1. So one more base runner, and it gets very interesting. Bring up the tying run. Two-1. 2-2.
Yeah, that was a good split. That was the one he wanted to throw to Braden Montgomery, but he hung it. Watch this one. It's a strike until the end. It might even be a strike all the way, but it's got that late movement down. It's Peters to swing over the top of it.
Three and two. And it's going to be challenged. And it's strike 3. ABS powered by T-Mobile, and a good challenge by Wells. And now the Yankees are an out away.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was a strike because Wells, who's an outstanding framer, is on the outside. He has to go all the way back across to catch us, and it's down. But he knows it right away. And again, he has done a really good job of challenging strikes and balls for his pitcher.
And here is Chase Mydroth. They are not holding on. Braden Montgomery at first. Runner goes, no throw. He'll take second. And the pitch. Four-seam fastball, 96 miles an hour. 1-1. Two and one. Everson Pereira has come out on deck to pinch hit for Drew Romo. But Mydroth will have to get on. Driven deep to left field. There it goes. See ya. A long home run for Mydroth. And the White Sox are still alive. A 2-run blast makes it 3-2 Yankees.
Yeah, this is just a mistake inside. He's not trying to go inside on this fastball. And Mydroth jumps all over it. And you look, it's 3-2. You got Pereira coming up. Look at this ball. It's not even a strike, Michael. It's off the plate inside. Short arms, pulls him in, and hits his 9th home run of the year.
Well, finally a blemish after 21 straight scoreless appearances. He gives up that 2-run home run to Mydroth. So the White Sox avoid the shutout. Now they're trying to avoid the loss as there's a meeting on the mound. Wells goes out there with the entire infield.
Well, when you look at this White Sox team, it's a never-say-die team. They 8 wins after trailing after the 8th inning. And they've done very good at coming back. Tied for the 6th most in baseball, and tied for the most in the AL.
So here is Everson Pereira, former Yankee, pinch hitting for the catcher Romo. 3-2 Yankees lead. And a strike. Dialed it up to 97.
Good job of getting ahead. Now he can use his split down in the zone.
And the White Sox down to their final strike. It's 0-2. He's gotten him with 2 fastballs. What do you go with now, Joe?
I'm burying a split to see if he'll chase down. I can always go back to another fastball if he doesn't really offer at it.
That's what he tried to do.
He buried it. You have an aggressive hitter that's not used to pinch hitting. Is usually starts against left-handers. Doesn't get a whole lot of at-bats against right-handers.
They did not have a left-handed hitter on the bench to pinch hit here. So
Switch
they go
hitter.
to Pereira.
Ooh, he just stayed alive. They had Carroll, but he's really struggled left, as a switch hitter. And he's better right-handed than left-handed anyway. Probably feel that Pereira has a little bit more pop, too.
Taylor up just in case there's a 10th inning. Two and two.
And the one thing that you can't do is you can't, in a sense, walk him, because I would think they would put Acuna in to run, who leads the White Sox in stolen bases.
2-2. Fly ball down the right field line, foul. Well, after 5 pitches last night, Bednar's thrown 23 tonight. Still looking to nail the 3rd out. Foul ball.
Hey, he's hanging tough after swinging through 2 4-seamers up in the zone. He's fouled one off. He fouled off a good split there. I would be somewhat surprised if he threw a curveball, because I think that's his best pitch, or his 3rd best pitch.
Swing and a miss. Yankees hold on. They win 3-2 to take the first 2 games of this 4-game set. 6 shutout innings for Garrett Cole, and a 3-run 2nd inning for the Yankees holds up as they win this one 3-2.
A really gutsy performance by David Bednar. He's thrown 4 out of the last 5 days. You get a big hit from Max Schumann. Some outstanding defensive plays from Jazz Chisholm. Everyone did a little bit tonight, Michael, and that's how they won that game.
Good one for the Yankees, as they've done well on this road trip so far, taking 4 of the first 5 games. Pereira swings over the pitch, and the game is over. White Sox with a 2-run home run by Mydroth in the 9th made it close, but Bednar and the Yanks hold on. They win this one 3-2. Awards next, post-game after that. Yankees win 3-2. We take a look at the game-changing drive of the game, brought to you by Audi and the all-new Audi Q3.
Well, that's Max Schumann in the 2nd inning. Hits this high chopper over Miguel Vargas' head for 2 RBIs with 1 out with runners on 2nd and 3rd. He put them up 3-0.
How about the Chevy Purr of the game, Joe?
Well, that's Garrett Cole. He was outstanding again. He ran into a little trouble in the 4th, but 6 strong innings. He had a great four-seamer tonight. You see him located it really well. 4 hits, this really good slider to Murakami. I thought he had everything working. 2 walks, 7K, outstanding performance.
It took 2 hours and 43 minutes. Cole gets the win. Bednar's 22nd save. Kay took the loss. Schumann with the 2-run double, and he'll talk to Meredith on the postgame show. Coming up on the Yes Network, stay tuned for the WB Mason postgame show with Justin Shackle and Jack Curry. Special thanks to producer Troy Benjamin, director Dan Barr, Mike Webb, and the executive producer of the Yes Network is Mr. Jared Ames Boschnack. Join us again tomorrow when the Yankees take on the White Sox right here in Chicago. Coverage begins at 6:30 p.m. on Yes, with first pitch coming shortly after 7:30 on Prime. Once again, the final score of the New York Yankees 3, Chicago White Sox 2. For Joe Girardi and Meredith Moragovitz, I'm Michael Kay, saying see ya from Rate Field in Chicago, Illinois. Now let's go to Justin Shackle and Jack Curry, standing by in our Yes Network studios with the post-game show.